So YouTube hates America. So there are several reasons that I say it, and there are many examples from tons of YouTubers all over the world that, and particularly here in the United States, states that have all sorts of issues with YouTube canceling them, their platforms completely getting kicked off, demonetization across the board, and various other issues. So I'm going to talk about some of those issues as well as my particular experience being on YouTube. So first off, I have gotten one warning and 2 strikes on my YouTube channel, as well as I have a couple other videos that I've had to delete as well, because YouTube is very picky about what you put on YouTube, especially when it's related to various things that they don't like, whether that's political things that they don't like, and if you're involved with politics, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or whether that has to do with firearms, whether it has to do with the current political message regarding various wars or various other things that are out there. YouTube is very particular on the speech that is allowed and the speech that isn't allowed, which is extremely frustrating. So being the good American that I am, I got a pocket constitution on my phone, and the very first amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America particularly addresses the prohibition of speech, and that it should not be allowed. There should be a freedom of speech. Of course, we're not talking about calls to violence, direct threats, stuff like that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about other political speech, stuff that, you know, may not be so comfortable to hear, opinions that you may not like, but still should be permitted. So, reading it says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Okay, great, religion. Or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, YouTube, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Okay, so right there in the Constitution of the United States of America, it talks about the freedom of speech. Now, I understand the private companies can apply their own law, the restrictions or the terms and conditions to that. However, YouTube is so big that it is essentially the modern public square. YouTube is where the people are at. YouTube is the world's largest video platform. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine. This is no longer just a private platform, a private place. This is the public square, the town square, where speech is given to the masses. Just like in the old day, you go to a town square with a protest. So my personal experience with YouTube is I've had, like I mentioned, 1 warning and 2 strikes. I've had to delete various other videos, and that's why I haven't posted. There were 2 weeks in a row where I didn't post because I was going through a strike on my channel. And it's kind of a pain in the butt, and if you get 3 strikes in a row, then your channel does get completely deleted, and if it is your main source of income, then you lose that, and all your content is wiped. So YouTube will pick videos that it thinks that I've broken the rules, even when I have not, and I've clearly quoted their guidelines and the exact reason that they gave me for something breaking the rules, and then they decide that it broke the rules anyway. YouTube will also have a rule like a speed limit set to 70 miles per hour. They will arbitrarily change that to 50 miles per hour, and then they will apply it to all your old videos. So it's like, if you ever drove at 70 miles per hour on this road in the past, you now get a ticket. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So unless you have money to hire lawyers to read through the terms and conditions and all the community guidelines, and then also interpret the community guidelines, as YouTube is going to unfairly apply them to your videos, then you might be okay. Other than that, YouTube's pretty rough. So here is a page of my channel, scrolling through, and you can see the sheer number of videos that have been demonetized. So the green little dollar symbol means that they're monetized. The yellow one means I pretty much make no money. The red one is it got kicked off and it no longer counts towards views or anything stats wise on my channel. So it's pretty brutal, and it really takes the wind out of your sails when you're trying to educate people on the Second Amendment and get a YouTube channel off the ground. So if you do follow politics, you're probably aware of several political people that tend to be on the right that oftentimes get canceled off of YouTube. Again, I don't want to make this a political video, but Steven Crowder's oftentimes gone. Carlson was off for a little while. And then tons of other YouTubers also get canceled. Another one that you may not have heard of that has been running through issues on IP infringement with YouTube, and YouTube specifically in biasly applying their YouTube rules towards foreign government entities, particularly foreign governments that are hostile towards the United States, and being in favor of those hostile foreign governments. In this example with Business Casual, that I'll put a link down to the description below, he spends an hour and a half detailing out the specific laws that YouTube is not supporting from the United States of America, and actually going against those laws in favor of foreign government entities. It is very anti-American, and you can go to the too long didn't watch section of the video that I'll also put a link directly to that, where he goes out and explains why this larger corporation, Business Casual, why they are actually currently suing YouTube. So I'm not alone in my dislike and getting canceled from YouTube, but YouTube pretty much just hates the United States of America, and is not a company that supports American values whatsoever. So at that point, you may be asking, why am I still here? I can be asking the same question to you. Why are you still here? You're still on YouTube, and a fisherman's gotta fish where the fish are at. Honestly, there really is no other video platform that even comes close to rivaling the sheer size of YouTube. YouTube is massive, like I said before. Sure, there's like Vimeo and Rumble and various others, but they're puny in comparison, and honestly the number of views and engagement you'll get on those platforms is really just not where it's at compared to YouTube. Now, I have started posting all of my videos on other platforms, and I invite you to go watch them there. However, it does take time to upload those other platforms, and to really not get much engagement at all, it's hard to justify that energy. So you gotta fish where the fishermen are at, you gotta fish where the fish are at, and I invite you to move to a different platform, because YouTube hates you. Well, that's my little rant. I hope that we can all figure this out together, and I'm going to continue posting to YouTube and other platforms, and I hope you can see what I'm talking about. And if you have other questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below. And like always, I will see you guys next time.